Hi everyone and welcome to another video from SPC Success. This morning I want to just take a moment and talk about what I believe it takes to be a really good leader. I'm going to keep it short, don't worry. The first point I believe is they have to be able to have a vision or buy into the company's vision of where the company is going. Not only do they have to buy into that, but they have to, and this is probably the hard part, they have to inspire the people that they're working with. How do you get people to buy into somewhere you want to go and to buy into that vision that you have? That's the challenge a lot of leaders face out there. Do they talk about the company's mission? Do they talk about the company's value on a daily basis during the day? And do they have that tied into their daily meetings with their employees, with the senior key stakeholders in the business? They're the questions that really good leaders ask themselves. How do I get the team to come with me on a journey? It's much easier getting somebody to come on a journey with you than telling people, this is the journey, this is what we're doing, you will obey. The next point I want to talk about is communication. A good leader can communicate very clearly and very precisely what the message is. Again, goes back to that vision. How do you get people to follow you if you can't give them the clear and communicate clearly with them on where they're going? Communication isn't just about talking, it's also about being able to listen to your employees, listen to the people that below you and take that message on board and have that empathy whenever you're actually listening to the employees. What's their situation, what they're currently going through, what's the challenge that the team's facing, whatever the case may be, but having that ability to not just communicate clearly but also be able to listen and take on the information that the business or the team or the employees are actually providing to you as well. The other thing I would say on communication is that it needs to be tailored to the people that you're talking to. So while you're talking to the key stakeholders, it needs to be in a certain language that they can understand and that they get the rewards from the business. Maybe small, precise, very analytical, have a lot of details. Talking to the client is another version of that. Talking to somebody that's maybe on the ground, on the tools, on the workshop floor, whatever the case is, maybe it needs to be a different language to make sure they're getting the information across, but also being able to get them to feed that back to you to make sure that they have understood and are very much aware of what's expected moving forward. The point that I want to touch on is decisiveness. I believe as leaders we work in a very tough environment out there where there's a lot of things coming to us on a daily basis, coming onto the table about what decisions to make, some minor, some major, but it's how we go about making them decisions and being decisive in our decision making, because the team business picks up on that. Everybody around you as a leader can pick up on whether you're taking too long to make the decision, whether you're palming off decisions to somebody else. All that really matters. Good leaders get the key people involved to make sure they've got the right information to make the decision, and they take full responsibility for that. Teams come up with the idea, we've come up with it together. Your ultimate responsibility as a leader is you have the final say. You have to make that call. Good times, bad times, as leaders we get things wrong, things will go not quite right. We have to take that on the chin, we have to learn from it, we have to grow from it, we have to develop from that. What I believe good leaders do is that in situations where things have went really well and the decision has been a good decision, that's very much fed back into the team and the people that were involved in making the decision. Things go wrong in it, feedback's still the same to the team, but the leader takes solely responsibility for the decision because it was their final call at the end of the day. Empathy is the next one that I want to talk about. A leader that has got empathy will be able to understand what people are going through. There's a busy life out there, people are going through a lot of things, so being able to understand and be able to show that empathy is really important. It's one that shows that you're connected to the team, that you're actually there to build that solid foundation of the team where you're getting people involved, you're building that good culture, which all businesses, all successful businesses need to be successful. The last one I want to talk about today is adaptability. As a leader, we're working in an environment where things change quite rapidly. We're in a world at the minute where every day there seems to be a new way of doing things pop up. So being able to be adaptable as a leader and overcome that challenge that's in front of you is really important. You started out and you're thinking, we're going to do it this way, but for whatever reason has come up, this way isn't the best way at this stage, and being able to adapt and make them changes flexible and on the move is really important as a leader. One, it lets the team know that you're open to new ideas, and two, it leaves that you're going to find the most efficient way of doing things moving forward. That's it for today. Thanks for everybody for watching. Be awesome.